The Titans had fallen, but the war was not over. For a brief moment, Olympus knew peace. The sky was calm, the earth stood still, and the gods, victorious, ruled from their golden throne above the world. Zeus commanded the heavens. Poseidon ruled the seas. Hades governed the underworld in silence. It was an age of dominance. But beneath the surface of the earth, something was awakening. Gaia, the primordial mother, had not forgotten. The fall of the Titans was not just a defeat, it was a wound, a betrayal carved into the very fabric of existence. And from that pain she created something new, not Titan, something worse. From the blood of the fallen, from the rage of the earth itself, the giants were born. They were not merely powerful, they were living cataclysms, nightmares forged into flesh, walking the world as unstoppable forces of ruin. They were made for one purpose: to destroy the gods, and when they rose, the world trembled. Mountains shattered as they tore themselves from the ground. Oceans recoiled as the earth split open. Their forms were colossal, towering over the very sky. Some breathed fire, some hurled entire mountains as weapons. And for the first time since their victory, Olympus shook and the gods trembled. Zeus saw it first, the storm on the horizon. Not a storm of clouds, a storm of war. Lightning surged through his veins as he rose from his throne. This was not rebellion, this was annihilation. The giants did not wait, they attacked. The heavens erupted into chaos as massive stones crashed against Olympus. Fire rained down. The skies darkened as the earth itself seemed to rebel against the gods. Zeus struck first. A bolt of lightning, powerful enough to shatter mountains, tore through the sky and struck one of the giants. But it did not fall, it rose again, unaffected, unbroken. And in that moment, Zeus understood, this war would not be like the last. Poseidon clashed with the giants at sea, his trident splitting waves into towering walls. But even the oceans could not contain them. Hades unleashed the depths of the underworld, shadows swallowing the battlefield. But the giants fought through darkness itself. The Olympians were struggling. For the first time, the gods were not winning. The giants pushed forward relentlessly, their strength overwhelming even the might of Olympus. Every victory the gods had claimed before now felt fragile and uncertain. And then the truth was revealed, a prophecy, one that changed everything. In the distant voids of creation, it echoed, an ancient resonance that rippled through the fabric of existence itself.
The giants could not be defeated by the gods alone, no matter how powerful they were. They would never win without a mortal.
And so, in the midst of divine chaos, the gods did the unthinkable. They called upon a human, Hercules, a warrior born of both mortal and god, a being who stood between two worlds. He was not the strongest, not the fastest, but he was something the gods were not. He was human, and that made him the key to their survival. As Hercules entered the battlefield, the tide began to shift. Where gods struck and failed, he struck, and the giants fell. One by one, the invincible began to break. Zeus unleashed storms that split the heavens, while Hercules followed, delivering the final blow. Poseidon shattered the ground beneath them, and Hercules ended them. This was no longer just a war of gods. It had become a war of survival. Together they fought. The sky burned, the earth fractured. The line between divine and mortal blurred in the chaos of battle, until finally only one remained, the greatest of the giants, towering above all, a living embodiment of Gaia's rage. Zeus rose into the storm, his power reaching its absolute peak. Lightning gathered in the heavens, brighter than anything the world had ever seen, but even that was not enough. So he turned to Hercules, and in that moment, without words, they understood. God and mortal, power and will, together, they struck. The sky itself seemed to collapse as lightning and force combined in a single, devastating blow, and the giant fell. Silence followed. The war was over. The giants were gone. Olympus still stood, but something had changed. The gods had won. Yet it was not a victory of dominance, it was a victory of survival, because for the first time they had come close to losing everything. And deep within the memory of that war, a truth remained. Even the gods can fall. And somewhere in the distant echoes of myth, another war was waiting, one where the gods would not survive.